Hello everyone, welcome to our visionary classes. Today we will discuss on the first lecture series of the JNU Environmental Sciences MSc entrance exam syllabus according to the previous year question. Okay, before that I would like to request you to subscribe our channel and contact us for the latest study material in this number and for the regular class. So here is the entrance exam 2016 paper. We will discuss here the MSc Environmental Science 2016 paper. Okay, the first question that we are seeing here, it is coming from the inverse trigonometry part. Okay, the first question given that tan inverse 1 by 3 plus tan inverse 1 by 5 plus tan inverse 1 by 7 plus tan inverse 1 by 8. So according to this question, we have to know that all the inverse trigonometry formula that is in the class 12 mathematics. Okay, so what do you do in this question? So first of all, you should write that trigonometry formula that should be used for solving this equation. That is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Okay, so we should add the first two term and add the third and the fourth term. Okay, then we will get the answer solving that equation finally as pi by 4. So our answer is pi by 4. So to this question, I have given you some examples of our trigonometric identities or inverse trigonometric identities that are we are using. So we have used recently this formula. Okay, so you should remember this kind of formula before going to exam. Okay, moving on to the second question. It comes from the topic called determinant. Okay, so the first question tells that this is the determinant given and you have to solve the and get the answer. So here the determinant is given like this. So you should know that we can perform the transformation operation, means we can add something, we can delete something, we can multiply something, we can divide something, and we can exchange the row and column and perform the arithmetic operations between these kind of rows and columns. So the first transformation I will perform here, that is we will convert the column 2 to column 2 minus column 1. Okay, so here column 2 is converted to column 2 minus column 1. So this is the answer. But similarly, we should also transform the column 3, okay, according to the column 3 minus 1. So these are the two transformations that we have performed here. By solving now, we should take common 1 and then we solve like we do in the matrix determinant multiplication. Okay, so the final answer we will get is 0. So this is the answer. So according to this question, we should know the properties of the determinants. So these are the properties of the determinants. The first property is if one row of a matrix consists entirely of 0, the determinant is 0. The second property is if two rows of a matrix are interchanged, the determinant changes the sign. Property 3, if the two rows of a matrix are identical, the determinant is 0. Property 4, if the matrix B is obtained from the matrix A by multiplying every element in one row of A by a scalar lambda, then the B equal to lambda minus A. So what does it mean? If we multiply one scalar vector to the entire row or entire row of one row or entire one column, you should take common of that and you should write that matrix. Okay, so this can be performed here. So again to the property 5, we can write for an n cross n matrix A, any scalar lambda equal to determinant of lambda A equal to lambda to the power n into determinant of A. So these are the 5 properties that you should remember before you should go to attempt the determinant question. Now this question comes from the lesson limit and continuity. Okay, this lesson is from limit and continuity chapter. So you should remember all the formulas that are within the limit and continuity lessons. Okay, the first question that we are seeing here, that is given f of x equal to k cos x upon pi minus 2x if x is not equal to pi by 2, and f of x equal to 3 if x equal to pi by 2. So there are two conditions given and we have to find that if the function is continuous, what is the value of k. So for this question you should remember that you should have to convert this into a particular type of identity of limit so that you can answer it. Okay, so what does I do? I just convert that I taken k by 2 and I also converted that pi minus 2 by x as pi by 2 minus x. So I got this kind of structure of our formula. So according to one formula, that is limit x tends to a sin a by a equal to 1. So as per that formula I should get that k by 2 into 1 equal to k by 2. So the if the function is continuous, we should know that the limit of the value is directly equal to the functional value. So the limit of the values we have here is directly equal to the functional value. The functional value is given 3. So the limit value is k by 2. So functional value is equal to limit value. The answer is k equal to 6. So this is the answer. So before you should go to exam, you should remember this kind of formula according to the limits. Okay, these are some identities related to limits. You should also remember these identities before you should attending the exam. Now the fourth question that we are dealing here is the if the points A 88, B K 2 and C 3 minus 2 are collinear, then K is equal to. So there is a well-known property that if the 3 points are collinear, so the area of the triangle of that 3 points formed is equal to 0. So we know according to the Cartesian coordinates, we have a formula related to area of triangle. Okay, suppose we consider this is x1, this is y1, and this is x2, this is y2, and this is x3, and this is y3. Okay, so then we can perform this operation and we will get all the answer as k equal to 1. So I hope you should remember this kind of formula before you should go to exam to attend the MSc Environmental Science MSc entrance exam for the JNU. Okay, with thanks, good night.